Hey folks, it's Lauren from Snowy's here with the OZtrail Removable Awning Kit for gazebos.
Hit it.
It's quick and easy to set up, extends the shade area of your gazebo and packs nice and slimline. Hold up fam, before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any of our awesome content. Let's get started. All in all, weighs around 2.5 kilos. It's packed to just over a metre by around about 12 by 6 here on the end. But as you can see, that's a bit of a liberal measurement we've got going on there as well. So it comes in this nice little storage bag, nice and light with some easy carry handles. So inside the bag, we've got a couple of components to consider. The first is the actual awning fabric itself. And then we've got this second bag here, which I hope is not going to blow away. And on the inside, we've got a couple of poles. We've got like a long extension pole here, which I'll show you in a minute. And we've got both of our arm poles here too. Now, as a little additional extra, it does come with an extra couple of brackets here that I'll just pull one out. I'm not going to show you how to use these because it'll be self-explanatory, but they're on a little bit of an angle, which means that as the sun's sort of moving across your gazebo for the day, if you want your awning, instead of being straight out off the side of your gazebo, if you want it on a little bit of an angle, these are the brackets that you can use to do that. So first things first is we're going to attach our arms. So they've got a bracket here which will sit around the leg of the gazebo. And before we attach that, we're just going to completely unscrew this knob here, which will allow us to move this bracket. So attaching it over onto our gazebo leg, the easiest way is to get it set at 90 degrees. And we're going to pop that bracket over the pole and then swing the arm down. And from here, holding that in place, we're going to pop our little nut through, or our screw pin through, and tighten that up, which will eventually, as we get here, there we go, anchor in nice and tightly and grip onto that leg. So now we're going to set up the second one, doing the same thing. 90 degrees, pop the bracket over, pop your little locking pin in. So once that's done, we're now going to grab our pole and our awning material here. So the awning material, I should say, if we open up that out, you'll see on the edge where we've got the logo and our little mesh panel here, we've also got like a little tube of fabric running along the edge. So we're going to put together our little telescopic pole like so. And then we will thread that through this little tube until it's popped out the other end. From here, what we're going to do is we've got this little spigot on the end of our crossbeam, and that's going to go into our little corresponding hole on the awning arm. It's not as essential if you'll be setting up in more desirable weather than we are at today. However, because it's super windy, what we're also going to do at the same time is this little triangular pocket that's reinforced with webbing strap on the inside for any wear and tear. We're going to hook that over the end of the arm at the same time we connect the spigot, and that will help keep tension on the awning material. So we're going to put the spigot in like so, and then hook that corner there, and make sure that webbing is really tucked over the end of the arm to make sure there's no sort of wear and tear unnecessarily on your awning fabric. So now I'm going to keep a bit of tension on that awning as I slide across to the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing whilst I'm here. So we're going to put the spigot in, and then we're going to get that webbing strap. Now this will be under a fair bit of tension, which is exactly what you want, especially with an awning span of material as long as this one. So that is under a fair bit of tension. So that's going to slide over the top there. And when you are putting that second hook on, as I mentioned before, with that webbing reinforcing on the inside, you're just going to want to make sure that that's sitting nicely over the end of the awning arm pole. So as you can see now, we've got those two ends of the awning fabric hooked on tight. It's keeping all the poles together and tensioning that nicely. So even in this wind, it's pretty well supported there. So our next steps, I'm going to grab the end or the inside section of your awning, Now on these two corners, we've got some elastic and a metal hook that's going to go straight up into the corresponding little metal tab up in the corner here. And I'm going to run and do that on the other side just to get this awning flap anchored. So once we've got those two ends hooked up, the next thing I'm going to do is grab this hook into the middle and lock that up onto that central frame. Now, whilst we're here talking about this little hook, you can see there's this additional amount of webbing strap here. This is just basically there to help you tension out your awning as you might want to adjust the height or the angle of the awning. This little webbing strap here will help you to sort of pull in any excess material or bunch it up or tension it up well. So last but not least, we have our corresponding Velcro cubes or squares here, which literally just connect to the inside of the canopy like so. So I did mention before about adjusting the angle of your awning. The way that you do that is simple. It's just releasing the little locking screw that we have on the side here, just enough to remove the tension from the arm and the leg of the awning, and then you can, or the gazebo itself, and then you can slide it up and down like that, and that will obviously drop or raise the angle of your extendable or removable awning kit. So basically what we've got here is material similar to the canopy on the original gazebo itself. It's 300 denier. It's got a UV text coating to help protect you additionally from the sun. There is a little bit of seam sealing here, but it's not technically waterproof. It hasn't been water head rated or water testing rated either. We do have this little mesh panel here. We've got a lot of reinforced stitching along the edges and reinforced webbing as well in the corners, as I've already mentioned. We've got powder coated steel arm frames here. We've got some little steel brackets and of course a nice heavy duty plastic twisting knob there. So it gives you, probably at its like widest point, it will give you around about a metre of additional shade. But all in all, that's about it for the OZtrail Removable Awning Kit for your gazebo accessories. You can get this at snowies.com.au at our lowest prices every day.